Oh boy.
I don't like to wait. If I in a line, I'm that person that's like looking all around like, hi, excuse me.
Happening? Hi, there are 8 wickets. Why are there only 2 tellers?
Patience, and also that I'm a softie with my kids. I think because I could be like, in work, I could be aggressive because I have to be.
Yeah.
But with the kids, like, you know, I don't want spank, I don't want to do this. And it's like, I'm the soft parent who, if I didn't have Saran, these children would be a spoiled mess. So yeah, just that, like, they're my little soft spot.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So are you the disciplinarian, or is he?
No, I don't know.
No, that ain't you.
No.
He does everything.
He have to do everything. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I need to go to discipline. I need to go to school. Someone needs to teach me, because he tries, like, no, you have to make him say that's like, okay. Like, I'm just not good at it. I'm just overly like gushy,
nurturing.
Overly. Yeah.
And these are boys.
And they're boys. So like, he's very pivotal in like their upbringing, because I don't know how to give that to them.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So my last question is, was there something your parents did when you were a kid that you swore you'd never do as a parent whenever you became one?
It's so gross though. Because like, you know, when your kids have the little booger in their eyes, and so you lick your finger with your spit and you clean that out. And I was like, that's the nastiest thing ever. But yeah. Because ain't nobody can say we didn't wash your face this morning. Come, let me get this bug out your face.
Are you saying that you now do that?
I do that. I've done that a time or two.
I think everybody.
Is that okay in the age of Corona? I don't know. We sanitize.
They are kids. They come from us. Everybody on set is laughing, by the way. They are kids. They come from us.
Yeah, I swear I would never do that. But yeah, I don't know.
I did that this morning.
See? I'm not alone. Speak your truth, Tanya.
This morning. I'm shame.
It is what it is.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. I'm happy that I had you. This was amazing. And we got through it like this.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Tanya, you the bomb. This is fun.
Thank you. Oh, I hope you all got that, okay? I'm the bomb. Thank you. If Tyrena says it from Fusion IMC, we are
I feel like we just aged ourselves by saying the bomb. What did the kids ask Layla? What did the kids say?
What did the kids say, Layla?
Lit? Is lit still a thing?
They don't say lit anymore. Well, we've come to the end of another session, another invigorating session, another amazing session. Thank you guys for joining us. My guest, Tyrena Roll. Did I call you Tyrena Neely?
You know, my ID still says Neely, so I have two people.
This is Mrs. Roll. Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to get into the new Tyrena Roll. Not even, I said Tyrena. Is it Neely Roll? She says no, it's just Roll. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much for being on set. I couldn't have asked for a better time. And thank you for celebrating my 1-year anniversary. Yay!
Congratulations.
Thank you guys. See you on the next live session of Let's Chat Live. Take care. Bye.
That was fun.
We did it.
That was fun.
Hey guys, you made it to the end of our video. If you'd like to reach out, email us at letschat@tanyawilliamslightborn.com. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for more exciting sessions. Cheers.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the Minister of Economic Affairs officially opening in vast Grand Bahama's Small Business Symposium at the Pelican Bay Resort. Plus, the Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs clearing the air on the government's role concerning FTX's collapse. And police on Grand Bahama addressing the issue of road safety after 2 residents in the Holmes Rock area lost their lives. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, the Minister of Economic Affairs, the Honorable Michael Halkitis, delivering the keynote address at Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Symposium held at the Pelican Bay Hotel. Halkitis emphasizing the government's goal to empower small businesses across the country in an effort to create sustainability and boost the country's economy. Simone Davis reports.
Under the theme Embracing New Frontiers, the Grand Bahama Port Authority hosted a 2-day business symposium in an effort to inspire and excel small businesses on the island. Dozens of vendors showed up in hopes to promote their business. Minister of Economic Affairs, the Honorable Michael Halkitis, was on hand to deliver the keynote address while recognizing that November is National Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprises Month.
It is through partnerships, particularly partnerships that reach across the public and private sector, that we can bring our collective resources, intellectual as well as financial resources, to bear as we seek ways to promote and support the development of the small business sector.
The event partners also includes the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce, the Bahamas Development Bank, Access Accelerator, and Canoe. Halkitis explaining the government's role as it relates to inspiring growth and creating opportunities for an excelling economy.
The government is a very willing partner in these sorts of collaborations because we recognize the important role that small businesses play in the overall economic health of the country, and the critical importance of hearing the voices of those in the trenches and on the front lines of.
Day 1 of this symposium featured speakers who focused on exploring and exploiting opportunities for regional trade, the future of food security, e-commerce and digital banking, and a panel discussion on agriculture and technology. GBPA President Ian Roll emphasizing the impact that small businesses have on the economy.
They create job opportunities and drive economic growth in smaller geographic areas. No matter how small it starts, 1, 2, 5, or more employees within that city or island, your small business creates new economies where there was once nothing.
And vendors also sharing why it was important for them to participate in this event.
It was very important because it gives me time to put my business out there, let people know that I do exist in Grand Bahama.
We just wanted to help more people to become aware of what we have available.
We wanted to let persons know, especially on the island of Grand Bahama, that there are other options for their shopping needs.
The Emerge Grand Bahama Small Business Symposium will continue tomorrow at 9 a.m. at the Pelican Bay Hotel. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Simone Davis.
In other news, the Attorney General defending the government's handling of the FTX debacle during a national address on behalf of the government on Sunday night, while praising the Bahamas Securities Commission for its swift and decisive response to the fallout of the cryptocurrency company. Here again is Simone Davis.
Attorney General the Honorable Ryan Pinder clearing the air as it relates to the many reports, rumors, and speculation surrounding the Bahamas government's involvement in the FTX debacle, adding that ill-informed speculation is not helpful to the customers, creditors, investors, or the general public.
It is important for me to share this summary of what took place because over the last few weeks, the basic facts have been obscured by guessing games and rumors. We understand the enormous interest in this story, but as a government, we decided right away that what was most important was not to engage with speculation or gossip, but instead to proceed methodically and deliberately in accordance with the exercise of due process and the rule of law.
Pinder reiterating that as new information and developments emerge daily, there is still an ongoing investigation into the matter.
We are in the early stages of an active, ongoing investigation. It is a very complex investigation. The structure and reach of FTX activities are truly global, as they consist of over 100 companies located in dozens of jurisdictions. As with any active inquiry, we seek to share updates in a way that does not compromise or constrain investigators. And tonight, I can underscore that we believe that faith in the Bahamas as a responsible jurisdiction will only be strengthened as events continue to unfold.
The Attorney General also commending the Bahamas Securities Commission for taking immediate action following the collapse of the cryptocurrency company.
The Securities Commission deserves the highest praise for moving so swiftly and decisively to suspend FTX Digital Markets license and appoint the provisional liquidators. In addition, the Securities Commission recognized that given the nature of digital assets and the risks associated with hacking and compromise, placing FTX Digital Markets in provisional liquidation was not sufficient to protect the customers and creditors of the company.
Pinder further stated that the Securities Commission secured the assets of the FTX Digital Markets to be held on behalf of and for the benefit and restitution of clients and creditors of the digital company. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Simone Davis.
Switching gears now, a 39-year-old man is dead tonight following a traffic accident in the 8 Mile Rock area this past Saturday night. It is the second incident involving a pedestrian attempting to cross the street and being struck by a vehicle in that community within the past 2 weeks. Our ZNS News team was on the scene, and tonight, hear what police officials are doing in hopes of this not happening again. 2 traffic fatalities happening just days apart, claiming the life of 2 male individuals. The first traffic victim is identified as 78-year-old Daniel Francis, and the latest victim is unofficially identified as 39-year-old Elvis Pritchard, also known as EP. Both men were struck by vehicles as they were walking along the roadway in the area of Holmes Rock. On the scene during the night of the latest fatality, officer in charge of the 8 Mile Rock Division and Chief Superintendent of Police Jeremy Henfield says the accident involved a single car traveling east along the highway. The individual was reportedly attempting to cross the street when he was struck by a 2016 Chrysler 200.
Ambulance was called to the scene. And at this time, that pedestrian would have succumbed to his injuries here at the scene.
Poor road lighting in the area is believed to be the cause of both traffic mishaps. Henfield makes this appeal to those driving in the area.
This is the second accident we've had in the 8 Mile Rock within a matter of days. And so I want to take this opportunity to appeal to the motoring public to please drive with due care and attention, not to drive beyond the headlight. And when I say that, I mean speed. Don't drive further than what you could see.
Now our ZNS News team reaching out to the Chief Counselor for West Grand Bahama, Jimmy Smith, who says they are aware that lighting is a problem in the area and negotiations are underway to have the issue addressed. Meanwhile, road safety is now a cause for concern for police officials as the Yuletide season approaches. Inspector Mick says sensitizing the public to drive with due care and attention, especially in the area of Holmes Rock.
If you find yourself driving in a poorly lit area, we ask that you use your high beam until the area becomes more visible, then you can return back to your low beams. For pedestrians who traverse the streets, we ask that you wear fluorescent or bright colors and to be cognizant of your surroundings.
He says there will be increased police presence on the streets to ensure that drivers are obeying the traffic laws.
We just want to make sure that everyone is safe. So you would see more visibility of officers traversing the streets during this time and into the new year.
Well, 2 Grand Bahama men had their day in court on Monday, formally charged for the murder of Curtis Mizik that took place at a business establishment in Hunters on November 18th. Family members of the victim and those supporting the man accused stood outside the courtroom, anxiously awaiting the details. Our Raven Davis was there and filed this report.
Two men appearing before Magistrate Simone Brown in Court Number 4 today in relation to the murder of Curtis Mizik on November 18, 2022. Visibly pained, 19-year-old Kennedy Webb staggered across the courtroom while shackled at the wrist to co-accused 48-year-old Jeffrey Musgrove. Prosecutors alleging that Webb intentionally and unlawfully caused the death of Mizik. Consequently, he was charged with murder. He was not required to enter a plea to the charge, and bail was denied. Webb was represented by attorney Paco Deal and alleges that he was beaten by officers while in custody. Deal telling the court that his client had undergone a major surgery to his pelvis and today renewed calls for Webb to be seen by local physicians to prevent a further worsening of his condition. Magistrate Brown heeding that plea and ordered that Webb be seen by medical officials upon his departure from the precincts of the courtroom. Now for his part, Musgrove was charged with abetment to murder. He was not required to enter a plea and was also denied bail. Musgrove did not have legal representation and declined to make a comment during today's proceedings. Both matters were adjourned to February 22, 2023, and the men were remanded to the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Well, residents living in the Hunters area are appealing for an uptick in police presence following the death of the island's latest homicide victim. While a resident of the area say it is a quiet and peaceful community, he believes that it is mostly outsiders who are committing the criminal acts.
It seems like a lot of strange people living around here now. A lot of strange people do come in the area. Have a lot of bars, they go to. And I guess they just get carried away. It make people fight for their life because you don't know who is who. Like right now, some people scared to even go out their house. Where you see how this thing going on. So I think they got to do something about it fast.
Another resident agrees, calling the crime issue a frightening situation. He wants the young man to find better ways to resolve their conflicts to avoid another life being taken away.
Police didn't need to be thrown here all the time. But, sometimes they only come down during the hurricane, during the now, but to cause that wreck. But they need to get through this area together. That's why people can make it. People can't live in a house. You don't know what can happen to them. If people be worrying, they die here. People can come to your house, open your door, shoot you, and that's it.
Well, the decision to cease the filming of suspects entering and exiting the courthouses during arraignments has been met with much criticism. It was a strict directive to all media houses. However, many residents have voiced their concerns about the new practice, adding that the public should continue to see who is being charged before the court. While the Minister for National Security, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, says that 34 out of 60 suspects were murdered on bail and explains that if the identity of more persons were released from prison is taped, the numbers could increase.
If you splash the face out of people who are going to court, you can't complain about them being murdered, eh? So you can't have it both ways. And if you identify somebody, seeing them going to court, that identification has absolutely no value. And as a lawyer, when I was on the other side of it, one of the ways that you discredited identification witnesses was to ask them, well, didn't you see the person in the newspaper? Didn't you see them on TV? So you're not really identifying them objectively.
Minister Monroe justifies why this was consequential.
Police made this decision based on the matrix that is happening when you look at the value of it compared to the advantage that can be taken of it by defense lawyers. And on balance, it has very little value compared to the harm that it does when defense lawyers use it to attack identifications.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us. There's more news when we come back.
Divas
6242 for all your holiday apparel and beauty supplies. Conveniently located in Britannia Mini Mall and East Sunrise Shopping Plaza. Mo Divas.
Keeping the temperature right with Bethel's Air Conditioning and Refrigeration, specializing in servicing of units, unit repairs, duct cleaning, prevention maintenance, project consultation, contractual services, and marine services. Shop the 30% off Black Friday sale going on now at Pandora, Port Lacaya. Come and see the cabinets and countertops in stock now at Specialty Kitchen and Bath, number 16 Oak Street, phone 688-9661.
The Festival of Pizzas has arrived at Pizza Hut Freeport. Try our chicken margarita, grilled chicken Florentine, veggie deluxe, and the carbonara. Did we mention curry chicken pizza? You can also order a large specialty pizza and get a small one-topping pizza free. Pizza Hut Freeport. Dine-in and delivery. Call us at 352-9191. Pizza Hut Freeport.
With over 30 years of service with integrity, services in Abaco, New Providence, and Grand Bahama, providing modern and state-of-the-art equipment, specializing in the maintenance and operation of waste treatment plants, waste oil movement, sludge extraction, tank cleaning, elite portable toilets, and hand wash stations. We are efficient, reliable, and cutting edge. We are B&B Galaxy.
Ice the coconut got this, cocoa skin driven madness, juiciness ice the badness, sweet like sugar in a dripping like ice honey, addict, all of my love me, sweet like sugar in a watch it go ba-ba-ba-ba, watch it go ba-ba-ba-ba, watch it go ba-ba-ba-ba, watch it go ba-ba-ba-ba, sweet like sugar in a
New Click Platinum flavor. Flavored beers with a kick of rum. Make it platinum.
Hi, I'm Wes. I like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I would like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Let us put shoes on your feet.
Your number one news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The countdown to the Bahamas' Jubilee has begun as the nation turns 50 in 2023. The Grand Bahama Independence Committee, in conjunction with the Independence Secretariat, is staging a Road to 50 race to lead the list of pre-independence celebrations. A press conference was held today at the Ministry for Grand Bahama, where the committee is revealing plans for this Saturday's race. Jolanda Thompson-Everest reports.
The Commonwealth of the Bahamas will celebrate 50 years of independence, and plans are already underway to celebrate the Road to 50. A number of events are slated for the great milestone, and stakeholders of the 5K Fun Run Walk are asking Grand Bahamians to come out and support and participate in the first kickoff this coming Saturday. Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, will be in attendance and excitedly speaks on the road race to 50.
We want residents to put on those walking and running shoes, and let's come together as a community for the Road to 50 race this coming Saturday at 6 a.m. I look forward to seeing you all there.
The Road to 50 will take place simultaneously as races throughout the entire Bahamas will take place on Saturday. Grand Bahama Independence Committee Chair Leslie Dorset shares where persons can find more information.
I invite you all to follow the Celebrate Bahamas and Ministry for Grand Bahamas social media pages for updates on the Road to 50 race and other independence activities.
East End Administrator and West Grand Bahama District Council was in attendance and are appealing to all residents to come out and represent their settlement in full numbers.
Yeah, we're gonna start at the historical
High Rock Government Park. That's we're gonna end at the monument in East Grand Bahama, right on the corner of the missile base. Registration, as they said, begins at 5. Registration forms may be collected from the administrator's office in High Rock.
And our route leads from Fish Fry to St. Stephen's Church. From St. Stephen's Church will take us up will be the Prophecy Marching Band. And we have a special guest artist that's coming from Nassau that's going to be on the big truck bringing us back down.
Road to 50 race is free of charge, and persons can register at the administrative office of the Ministry for Grand Bahama or online at the Ministry for Grand Bahama website. Each registrant will receive a commemorative package. Once again, the road race is held this coming Saturday at 5 a.m. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson, Everest.
Thanks, Yolanda. Well, for the first time, an open house was held at the Beacon School to celebrate 25 years in the Grand Bahama community. In honor of the special year, the school made the decision to host a Silver Jubilee, showcasing all of their programs. Yolanda Thompson, Everest, reports.
Under the theme "End the Stigma Differently Able," the Beacon School held the Silver Jubilee on campus, awarding their teachers and students an opportunity to display their talents and capabilities in different programs for the public's viewing. It was an exciting day for both the students and teachers, collaborating their efforts for visiting guests from the Department of Social Services, the Pilot Club, and more. A few programs and classes such as computer, pottery, jazz cafe, barbering, and agriculture, all assisting in the development of the children and their skills. Principal T.T. Mackenzie Moss, noting that despite some students diagnosed with speech impediment, global development disorder, autism, and more, they were all eager to show the public their potential and expertise in different subjects.
Our kids are so excited to show everyone what they've been doing because we've been doing this for the past about 4 years now in all the programs. So they are excited to tell everyone what's happening at the Beacon School. Because we are in the process of teaching them entrepreneurial skills. And when they do graduate from the Beacon School, they are able to have their own business in society.
The Beacon School is under the patronage of the St. George's family. Representative and supporter of the school, Henry St. George, shares how proud he is of Moss and her team for being able to identify the students' skills and abilities, matching them with inspiring programs.
It's a wonderful moment today to be able to celebrate 25 years of the Beacon School, this fabulous institution being in existence. Today is a really remarkable day because the school opens its doors to the community, and it allows us to come and see the work of the fabulous teachers here, and even more so to be able to celebrate the abilities of the children here who are so special.
Superintendent of Education Ivan Butler expressing how pleased he is at the faculty and the students. He expresses that the Ministry of Education strives to provide quality education even to those with special needs.
Ms. Moss is the third principal at this school, and it's amazing the wonderful job, the programs she have implemented. We are continually improving the needs of our special needs students, and we're just very happy, and it's a proud moment for me to be a part of this Silver Jubilee anniversary.
Now, this is the first time the school has held an open house for the public, and the faculty here say that it won't be the last time. They deem the day a successful one as they seek to bring awareness and empowerment to children with global development issues. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson, Everest.
And now here's a check on sports with Shane Stubbs.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shane Stubbs, and this is your Monday update on sports. We take a look at the upcoming Northern Bahamas Volleyball Championships, plus we got some NFL scores for you. But let's take a look at the Tabernacle William Dale Burns Basketball Classic, which culminated this weekend.
The Columbia Eagles led by as much as 15 points in the second half of the Tabernacle William Dale Birds Thanksgiving Basketball Championship. Despite a strong comeback by the Sunland Stingers, though, the Eagles would prevail 72-66. Here's coach of the tournament, Philip McCrary, on their time in the tournament.
Playing in a tournament of this nature, it means a lot to us for your kids to be able to travel around and play different teams from another country. You couldn't ask for anything better.
MVP Rashad Hedges poured in 24 points. For he and best defensive player Terrell Wright and their teammate Kevin Bruce, they credited their team defense for coming away with the win.
It was a big game knowing like the team, this is the best team down here. We had to lock in on defense.
This is my first time out the country, so it feels good to get the win. We played an aggressive team, so we had to adjust to what the team was doing.
Stingers assistant coach Marco Cooper says he was proud of the team's effort.
It's a lot for the guys, but they fought till the end. We lost by 6 points to a very good team.
Next in sports, the Northern Bahamas Volleyball Championships get underway this coming Thursday, December 1st through the 3rd at the St. George's Gymnasium.
This Northern Championship is a welcome relief. We welcome our partners and our colleagues from Abaco and Bimini. We hope Bimini can bring both teams.
We certainly would love Corporate Bahamas to come on out and support this event. Calling on Corporate Abaco, and we're calling on Corporate Grand Bahama to get involved, even Corporate Bimini. Whatever you can do to help, let's make this happen.
Coming out of Abaco will be Forest Heights Academy, Agape Christian School, Patrick J. Bethel School, and SC Bulu High. Competing for Grand Bahama will be the Sunland Stingers, BMES Warriors, Tabernacle Falcons, 8 Mile Rock Blue Jays, and the Lucaya International Buccaneers.
Lastly, in sports, some scores from around the NFL. The Miami Dolphins dominating the Houston Texans 30-15, keeping them at first place of the AFC East at 8-3. The Kansas City Chiefs getting by the reigning Super Bowl champion LA Rams 26-10. Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers suffering a stunning 23-17 overtime loss at the hands of the Cleveland Browns. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is your update on sports. I'm Shane Stubbs. Be safe and be great.
Apostles Tony and Ann Grant and the Agape House family invite you to join us as we celebrate our 20th church and pastoral anniversary. Beginning Tuesday, November 29th at 7 p.m. with a night of praise and worship. Wednesday, November 30th at 11 a.m. with our Glory Revival day session. And our evening sessions Wednesday, November 30th and Thursday, December 1st at 7 p.m. On Friday, we celebrate with a night of elegance at our gala dinner at 7 p.m. Tickets are just $80. Then on Sunday, December 4th, don't miss our Glory Worship experience at 9 a.m. Our entire celebration will be held at the Agape House Glory Dome, number 23 and 24 Pioneers Loop. For more information, call 352-4273.
We just got the new fiber internet speed bump. Now my internet so fast I can watch 2 4K movies, play video games, and browse on my computer at the same time.
Yeah, my internet so fast I could download a whole season of shows before my noodles run cooking.
Mine so fast when I go to church online, service actually over early.
Mine so fast when I'm working from home, 5 o'clock, come before 3.
Sound like you got this BTC fiber internet speed bump like me.
And it's so fast I had to have it.
Current fiber internet bundle customers now have as much as 3 times the speed. Totally free. Link up with BTC.
With the holiday season fast approaching, Conant Bahamas says it's time for those window and cabinet upgrades. In stock now are white shaker cabinets, Swiss chocolate, Ovaltine brown, and Hello Milo cabinets. And if you're looking for windows, Conant Bahamas has PVC sliding windows, casement and hurricane sliding impact windows. Conant Bahamas on Queens Highway. Enhance your home in ways that beautify and last. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Did you hear that? Did you hear the sound? It sounds like Christmas is right around the corner. And island bedding is prepared. Living room set, coffee tables, and pillows. Lamps, accents, dining room tables, and island bedding. Pasta salt. And we're just getting started. You asked, and we have listened. We're back on Saturdays from 10 to 3. See you there.
Come on down to Superb Water Depot and Snacks. We sell and we deliver ice, drinks, purified water, alkaline water, and a variety of snacks. Your one-stop shop for all your snacks and water needs. Contact 242-820-2482. We are located number 2 La France Plaza, Peachtree Street. Purified water, 50 cents a gallon. Alkaline water, 80 cents a gallon. Come on now, you can't beat that. We offer superb quality, superb taste, and superb service. Monday to Saturday, 8 to 8, and Sundays, 8 to 2. to Superb Water Depot and Snacks. Come on down.
They try to push rich on me. They want to push rich on me. They don't care in front of company.
The King of the North is back. Howard 104.5 FM. Your number one news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Pastor Frank Hagan, you are our Facebook friend of the day, and we also want to wish you a very special happy birthday coming in from the team here in the North. We also want to say a special happy birthday out to Randy Nelson. I hope you enjoyed your day, bro. And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire news team, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned as the Bahamas Tonight continues.
In the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, the country's regulations fiercely defended. Another life lost to violence. The gift of life. And Father Martian Peters Torney returns. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is linked up by BTC. Whether it's chatting, gaming, content creating, or working smart to get things done, link up to stay connected with BTC.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lapinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. In a national address last evening, Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Senator the Honorable Brian Pinder fiercely defended the country's robust financial services regulatory regime in light of FTX Digital Markets' very public bust. As the third oldest democracy in the Western Hemisphere, the AG holds firm that Bahamas' legal, regulatory, and financial sectors have stood the test of time, and that he's confident that as the FTX Digital Markets investigation progresses, the Bahamas will emerge in even higher esteem. Altafiz Munnings leads us off tonight with more details.
Make no bones about it, the collapse of FTX Digital Markets continues to grab our attention. But according to Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Senator the Honorable Brian Pinder, while new facts emerge every day, there's still much to discover.
But as our investigations continue, I must emphasize that ill-informed speculation is not helpful, neither to the customers of FTX, nor the creditors, nor their investors, or in fact the general public. Any attempt to lay the entirety of this debacle at the feet of the Bahamas because FTX is headquartered here would be a gross oversimplification of reality. We have been shocked at the ignorance of those who assert that FTX came to the Bahamas because they did not want to submit to regulatory scrutiny. In fact, the world is full of countries in which there is no legislative or regulatory authority over the crypto and digital asset business. But I must say, the Bahamas is not one of these countries.
Now, here's a little history on how we got here. FTX Digital Markets was incorporated and registered as a digital asset business under the DARE Act, July 2021, with the Securities Commission approving its license in September. On November 2nd, a CoinDesk.com article reported the details of a leaked financial statement of Alameda Research, a trading company also founded by FTX's ex-CEO, Sam Bankman-Fried. The thing is, of the over 100 companies around the world, Alameda is not regulated in the Bahamas, only FTX Digital Markets. The Attorney General has made it known, however, that if Alameda Research is found to have committed any improprieties in the Bahamas, then it will be subject to this jurisdiction. Now, the CoinDesk.com article further reported that, at that time, Alameda's Research's balance sheet revealed that a large portion of their assets were held in FTT, a token issued by an FTX entity that granted token holders a discount on trading fees. Then on November 6, FTX's rival, Binance, a crypto exchange, announced that it was selling off all its substantial holdings in the FTT token, prompting a large number of FTX investors to withdraw hundreds of millions of dollars in FTX digital assets, causing a liquidity crunch. The Attorney General then pointed out that 2 days later, on November 8th, it was reported that Binance had entered a non-binding agreement to buy FTX, but pulled out of the deal the next day. The Securities Commission on November 10th announced freezing FTX Digital Markets assets, suspended its license under the Digital Assets and Registered Exchanges Act, and applied to the Supreme Court to place the company in provisional liquidation. AG Pinder highlighted that over the course of 8 days, market confidence was lost in the company, which at one point valued $32 billion.
The Commission was the first regulator in the world to take significant steps with respect to the FTX group of companies, which has operations and regulated activities throughout the world. This was done for the purpose of protecting the interests of FTX customers and creditors, as well as the integrity of the Bahamian financial services industry. The Securities Commission was able to move so quickly because of the strength of the legislative framework which was already in place in the Bahamas to regulate digital asset companies like FTX Digital Markets. No other jurisdiction in the world moved or could have moved this quickly in circumstances such as these.
While acknowledging the active and ongoing civil and criminal investigation of the affairs of FTX Digital Markets, Attorney General Pinder confirmed government's already working with a number of specialists and experts, but will not set out those measures in any further detail until they're confident that doing so won't jeopardize any aspect of the ongoing investigations. The Davis administration urges all domestic and international authorities, though, to restrain any public commentary in order to not prejudice these proceedings.
It is extremely regrettable that in Chapter 11 filings for bankruptcy protection made in New York last week, that the new chief executive of FTX Trading Limited, not the Bahamas-based FTX Digital Markets, but an affiliate company incorporated in Antigua and Barbuda, misrepresented the timely action taken by the Securities Commission and used inaccurate allegations lodged in the transfer motion they had filed to do so. It is possible that the prospect of multi-million-dollar legal and consultancy fees is driving both their legal strategy and their intemperate statements. In any case, we urge prudence and accuracy in all future filings in all matters.
The Attorney General concluded his national address that government doesn't apologize for its intention to propel Bahamians in the crypto sector. In fact, it welcomes entrepreneurs who are ready to create new financial products that serve a broader range of consumers to the Bahamas and can engage in a principled, fair, comprehensive, and ethical regulatory regime. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altaviz Munnings.
Well, meantime, the opposition Free National Movement Shadow Minister of Finance and the Member of Parliament for East Grand Bahama, Kwesi Thompson, welcoming the Attorney General's comprehensive statement on the FTX fallout, but acknowledged that the international community is using it to attack the country's good reputation as a well-regulated financial services jurisdiction. Thompson adding that while the FNM agrees with the Attorney General that comments on the matter must always be responsible, the government must do more to protect the country's international reputation and position as an industry leader. On another news this evening, a multi-million-dollar upgrade underway at the Bahamas Department of Corrections with the hope of creating a facility better geared toward rehabilitating offenders. Cleopatra Murphy among those today touring B-Docks, during which officials shared that once a new prison facility is completed, both the medium security and the women's prisons will be closed.
The Bahamas Department of Corrections is getting an overhaul, with the remand center undergoing renovations to the tune of $2 million, of which approximately $80,000 of work has already been completed. Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, and a delegation toured the facility Monday that will see the addition of a new juvenile facility set to be completed by December 16th. Monroe also announced the goal of breaking ground on a new 820-inmate prison by January 15th, a singular unit that will allow officials to isolate mentally challenged inmates and better control the smuggling of contraband.
We set about setting up a facility that rules out the ability for that to happen, that has singular access points, that has the ability to have a comprehensive camera system installed. We hope to weed out and eliminate that type of behavior, or certainly reduce it to a bare minimum.
Acting Commissioner of Corrections Don Clare says that at last report as many as 400 cell phones and an undetermined amount of drugs were found at the facility, which Monroe contends is a vexing problem as it was only open to correctional officers and contractors during the COVID-19 pandemic. Clare estimates that due to contraband and inmates flushing fires down the toilets, the lion's share, an estimated $1 million of the remand center renovation cost, will go to replacing plumbing.
When inmates are smoking cigarettes or any illegal contrabands, and officers are doing their tour, they would have take that lighted contraband and just drop it into the toilet top, and it goes to the pipes. And hence you have the pipes burning on the bottom floor.
The corrections chief also provides more details on the new facility on the compound that will house juveniles who cannot be safely housed at the Simpson Penn Center.
Spent well over $100,000 of remodeling thus far. The inmates are doing the work along with officers. And this facility can house comfortably 25 inmates. Our juvenile population normally who was around 14 or 15 inmates per year. This facility will be self-contained. The staffing for this facility will be properly trained by the American Correctional Association. We're going to have a juvenile psychiatrist, specialist on board to be assigned to this facility. So this will be a school for juveniles.
The tour was conducted following a recent report by the American Correctional Association that has also recommended the addition of a pharmacy and a dining hall currently being constructed in the remand center. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Well, on that note, why was a young man killed this morning and at the hands of who? Just two of the questions homicide detectives are seeking to have answered after following up on an anonymous tip and finding the victim's bloodied body on the southern side of Cowpen Road.
He had wounds that were consisted with gunshots. Close examination of him. The male is this. Information in relation to this matter. The police contact our crime tipsis line or CID at 502-999-123.
As you can imagine, investigations are in the preliminary stages, but according to Chief Superintendent Michael Johnson, based on the condition of the victim's body, it appears he was at the scene no more than an hour. Signs also point to this.
Well, we suspect that this is not the primary scene based on our evidence so far that we found on the scene. Well, it is a serious matter, and that shows you that we have some persons, a small sector of our society, that have no concern for life. They have no concern for themselves, and they have no concern for anybody else. So again, I caution you, and I caution the members of the public to be very careful where they go and be aware of their surroundings.
This morning's homicide coming on the heels of a double shooting here in the capital that's left two men seriously wounded. ShotSpotter technology alerting officers to gunshots being fired in the area of Miami Street around 8:30 last evening. Now, responding to those reports, officers found a 34-year-old male with multiple gunshot wounds. He was rushed to hospital. Police soon discovered that another man, a 31-year-old resident of Lincoln Boulevard, had been wounded. At last report, police were uncertain of the circumstances surrounding the incident. In a separate incident, a handgun with ammunition was handed over to police after 9 p.m. Sunday. Reports are that a resident of Central New Providence found the weapon while checking her property. Investigations continue.
Hi, this is Chief Meteorologist Basil Dane with a tropical weather update brought to you by BTC and CBS Bahamas. 2 days now remaining in the tropical cyclone season, and the tropical belt remains void of any kind of activities, and we anticipate that this will last for the next couple of days. This has been a tropical weather update brought to you by BTC and CBS Bahamas.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more in a moment.
This portion of the news was brought to you by
Hear that? If you listen closely, you can hear the heartbeat of a nation. That unique sound of a great country pounding with colorful history, a rich culture, and unwavering ambition. When you look around, you recognize its pulse. The people who love to celebrate, who identify with triumph, a people who know how to be our brother's keeper. Commonwealth Bank, built by Bahamians, here for Bahamians, Bahamians helping Bahamians.
We just got the new fiber internet speed bump. Now my internet so fast I can watch 2 4K movies, play video games, and browse with my computer at the same time.
Yeah, my internet so fast I could download a whole season of shows before my noodles run cooking.
Mine so fast when I go to church online, service actually over early.
Mine so fast when I'm working from home, 5 o'clock, come before 3.
Sound like you got this BTC fiber internet speed bump like me.
And it's so fast, I had to have it.
Current fiber internet bundle customers now have as much as 3 times the speed. Totally free. Link up with BTC.
We need to save.
Be happy! Save at KFC with the one-piece chicken box fill-up for only $5.95. Enjoy genuine savings and the genuine flavor of KFC chicken fried to golden perfection with crispy fries, a buttery biscuit, and an ice-cold Pepsi. Only at KFC Nassau.
The #1 high school basketball showcase in America is back for another year. Last year, we brought you guys the Thanksgiving Hoop Fest in Dallas, Texas, the Red River Hoop Fest in Texarkana, and the Holiday Hoop Fest in Salt Lake City, Utah. Our series has brought through some elite-level talent by the likes of Trae Young, NBA All-Star, Marcus Smart, De'Aaron Fox, and the list goes on and on. This year, we're super excited to let you guys know we're adding a new stop to the Hoop Fest basketball series. I hope you guys are ready, because we're bringing some of the top high school basketball players in America right here to the Nassau, Bahamas for the Hoop Fest in Paradise. 4 of the top high school teams in the U.S. will be right here competing against each other. When? December 16th and 17th. You can expect some sharp shooting, high flying, and straight up gritty basketball at this year's Hoop Fest in Paradise. December 16th and 17th, 4 of the top high school teams in America will be right here in Nassau, Bahamas. Will you be here?
To think of the bank as my personal ATM machine. If I wanted a new car, new furniture, a weekend trip to Miami, no problem. Just max out the credit card or top up my loan. I was a big baller until I realized that 75% of my salary was going to pay back all those loans. Fidelity's personal financial coaching was the best solution. Fidelity gave me a plan with a debt consolidation loan that has a built-in savings that pays 5% interest. I now only have one low monthly payment plus money in my pocket. Give Fidelity Bank a call at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit any of Fidelity's locations or visit a website at fidelitygroup.com.
Scotiabank International Banking's Executive Vice President for the Caribbean, Central America and Uruguay, Anya Scuna, paid a courtesy call on Minister of Finance, Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis. She used the opportunity to express that tourism's recovery and its positive impact on employment and the economy will help the Bahamas recover from the effects of the global pandemic. The senior banker also discussed the bank's key growth market strategies, underscored the bank's commitment to investing in the future of the Caribbean, and continued support for the country's advancement through transformative investments in technology and services that will lead to an enhanced customer service. Scuna highlighted the ongoing work being done to transform physical locations, including the renovation of the bank's Wolf Road and Jerome Avenue location into a state-of-the-art facility. The Scotiabank executive also congratulated the Prime Minister on his pending CARICOM chairmanship and the country's 50th independence anniversary, as well as the Bahamas' contribution to the bank's operations for the past 65 years. Well, residents, representatives from non-governmental organizations and the private sector gaining more insight on pathways to economic empowerment during a symposium this morning. The Department of Gender and Family Affairs hosting the one-day initiative. Minister of State for the Ministry of Social Services and Urban Development, the Honourable Lisa Ramming, says the idea is to help participants become more financially independent, particularly in the midst of hyperinflation.
And we're going to teach them how to save, how to invest, how to feel hope, to know that they too can become even their own employees, be their own employees. And so I said it to say that we're also encouraging them not only to invest in real estate, but we know there is much about housing. So we're teaching them about, even investing in duplexes and triplexes, which is income sufficient properties. And so I'm excited about this.
Participants were also given the latest information on how to identify, create, and access opportunities on the digital financial platform in the real estate market and other sectors.
We're going to have an opportunity table here because this is a practical seminar. You'll see just in the room right now is Jeff Beckles. He is the executive manager for Island Pay, and he's coming with practical steps on how we can empower the participants to use the digital platform. And you know what else we have? We have the credit unions coming here, and the credit unions say, listen, we're going to help you save. We are in the most vulnerable environment globally and locally, and we have the headwinds of inflation, and we say, listen, we can conquer those headwinds if we are equipped.
The Bahamas taking center stage at this year's World Travel Tourism Global Summit in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia this week. And Tourism Investments and Aviation Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, the Honourable Chester Cooper, is discussing the future of investment with public and private sector leaders during the Global Leaders Dialogue. The DPM has already met with Saudi Arabia's Minister of Foreign Affairs and Belize's Minister of Tourism. The Global Summit, held under the theme Travel for a Better Future, is the leading event in travel and tourism, assembling the most powerful voices within the sector to address and redesign the priorities for the future. Well, if you're looking for a pretty awesome way to make someone's Christmas, try the gift of life. The Princess Margaret Hospital's issued an urgent appeal for blood donation this holiday season. The hospital welcomes all blood types, stressing that just one donation can save up to 3 lives. PMH's blood bank hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., with the last donor accepted at 4:30 p.m. On Saturday, it's from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., with the last person taken at 3:30 p.m. Now, if you're wondering how to become a donor or even how to prepare for your visit to donate blood, don't hesitate to contact PMH Blood Bank at 502-7822. Meantime, Exuma residents are invited to participate in the island's December 1st through 3rd blood drive in Brocas Hill and Farmers Point. Well, now time for the weekly poll question, and this week we're asking, have you ever experienced or witnessed acts of domestic violence? Now, to participate, simply log on to our website, and that's www.znsbahamas.com, as well as any of our social media platforms to answer. The poll's final results will be aired on Friday, and as always, thanks for participating. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Stay with us.
Oh, it's my day to do anything I want to. It's my time, and I'll use it any way I want to. It's my life, and I'm responsible for every action. It's all mine, my day, my time, my life. Jiminy, give thanks for life.
Deputy Director General, Dr. Kenneth Rumer, spoke to industry professionals at a vendor training seminar hosted by the Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation.
The tourism, again, is part of the partnership that we enjoy with our industry stakeholders. Of course, one of the key organizational priorities is for us to develop those partnerships and to look for opportunities for our local entrepreneurs and stakeholders. Of course, our vendors, whether they are straw market vendors or beach vendors or jet ski operators, those who really own the visit experience are critical for us as tourism to deliver on all of the marketing components that we promise our visitors when they come to the islands of the Bahamas. So we have been really working with our vendors in the Cabbage Beach, the downtown, the Cable Beach, the John Canoe Beach. Our team has been doing a phenomenal job at managing those types of relationships. One of the things that we saw lacking really was training. Persons have been delivering experiences, but you want to ensure that those experiences are aligned again with wow experiences for our visitors. So we're bringing them in again, looking at what they're doing, taking a look at the service-centric elements, and really giving them the tools to become more successful. If our vendors, our stakeholders are successful in what they do, then tourism as a whole will become more successful. So we're committed to them. We're committed again to visit experiences, but more so we are committed again to creating opportunities for our vendors and ensuring that they do a better job through training and development.
For more information on vendor training with the Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, visit tourismtoday.com. I'm Joshua Robbins, and this is Tourism Today.
It's beautiful. It's creative. It's different.
I think I did very well. Even though it was hard, it was long, I think it's now over, and I think I did well.
While confidence is certainly not out of style at the 2022 Bahamas Young Chef Competition, days before the winner is announced, this junior competitor and senior competitor are calling dibs on the competition. Thirteen juniors and 12 senior competitors are vying for the top spot at the 30th annual Bahamas Young Chef Competitions. The junior division was hosted at A.F. Adderley Junior High and the senior division at Anatole Rogers High School. Here's what the judges have to say about this year's participants.
The excitement is definitely in the air. All of the schools are involved, and we are excited to see that all of the family islands now are involved in this. And the competition level is gone through the roof now. And I think that's in due part that they're doing their homework, they're studying, they're listening to all of the advice and all of the stuff that we give them through the years.
These young talented chefs who brought their food to us today, they brought them from the different islands, they brought their ingredients, they brought fruit from their own trees. It was very, very impressive what they produced today.
Who will the lucky winners be? Find out in part 2. I'm Adama Williams for Ed Talk.
The most rewarding time of the year. To RBC, get a loan to buy whatever. RBC makes it better. Get a loan and don't pay till New Year.
Make Christmas what you want it to be with a personal loan from RBC. Apply at rbc.com/Caribbean/loan and don't pay till February 2023. RBC makes it better.
Get a loan and don't pay till New Year. To RBC.
Almost every journey starts with your car. We spend most of the early stages of our lives anticipating getting our first set of wheels. When that moment finally comes, let AID be there for all your auto needs. Make it yours by accessorizing, maintaining, and repairing your car with AID. Whether you're a professional mechanic, a recent graduate, a full-time mom, or an I can fix that kind of guy. Or if you're completely clueless about what your car needs, AID will assist in providing a large variety of auto parts, a diagnostic center, and great customer service. For all life's auto journeys, we're here. AID, all you really need and more.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A friend that you can trust. Family Guardian. Best of the best. Man, we up in the Bahamian country. We up in our kitty. We got the best in the Bahamian food. What resting all day in the water. Best of the best of the bring me the best of the bring me the best of the best of the show me. Only the best of the best, man. Bring me up boat. Ah, well, ain't no more slopping up now. We outside December 1st to the 4th. The best of the best we got on Monaco Beach. You can find out who's the fastest in class A, B, C, and E. Bring me up boat.
Right, are you looking at my dress? You ready for this big party?
Party? Girl, you're gonna have to change your birthday because I can't make that. After my party, I get a cough, I start having a fever, and then I even had a sore throat. I thought it was the flu. Come to find out it was COVID. Girl, I think you better get tested.
What do you do now? I can't be bothered with COVID, you know.
Girl, you know it ain't never too late to change your plans. Girl, you know they got new testing sites, right? You better go to one of them.
Where are these new sites located anyway?
University of the Bahamas and Golden Gates Plaza. They're open on weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on weekends from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They even have sites in Abaco, Eleuthera, and Exuma, and they're opened on the weekends. Girl, the best part is, it's free.
Thanks for letting me know. I hope you feel better soon.
Message is brought to you by PAHO WHO and the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
The first woman to register to vote, the first to be elected on a PLP ticket, the first to represent a Family Island constituency, and among the first to be appointed to the Senate. And this past weekend, the legacy of one of the country's leading female nation builders was celebrated at a grand event culminating activities marking the 60th anniversary of the women's suffrage movement here in the Bahamas. Ruby Ann Cooper registered to vote in the general elections of 1962. Never did she imagine that she would be the first woman in the Bahamas to do so, bridging the equality gap. Neither the honoree of the women's suffrage movement some 6 decades later. But that's exactly how fate worked things out this past weekend when hundreds gathered for a gala event at the Bahama Resort under the theme A Celebration of Broken Barriers. An event staged by the women's branch of the Progressive Liberal Party and non-profit organization Star Apple. Saluting Ruby Ann Cooper Darling as a kind and firm woman, a standard bearer for all Bahamian females, was Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis.
We are blessed. We are so blessed. Ruby Ann Darling, we thank you. We thank you. We thank you thousands more times. And I wish to say that I have instructed and directed the Minister of Foreign Affairs to appoint you, Madam, as Ambassador for Women Affairs.
Special guest to U.S. Congresswoman Federica Wilson too applauded Darling's heroic achievements, which she says changed the world.
She is a figure predestined by God
A grateful Cooper Darling heralded Mary Ingram, Mabel Walker, Georgiana Simonet, Eugenia Lockhart, and Dame Doris Johnson, on whose shoulders she stand. With that, she left the message, particularly to the women.
It is time for us to play our rightful role. We were put here to be helpers, to be partakers. And so we are on a mission. It's women on a mission, as I said. We are not on an excursion. It's a mission.
Well, speaking of women, High Commissioner to the Caribbean Community and Chairperson of the Bahamas Independent Secretariat, Her Excellency Leslie Miller-Bryce, officially launching the Road to 50 nationwide campaign this morning. The initiative designed to galvanize Bahamians across the country to become fully engaged in the celebrations and events leading up to the Bahamas' Golden Jubilee celebrations next year. Miller-Bryce is urging everyone to sign up for the Road to 50 road race this weekend, which she called a clarion call to unity.
We are taking the Road to 50 quite literally to start, and we want to invite the public on all islands to take to the road and participate in the Road to 50 race, which will be held this Saturday, December 3rd. Each island will have routes for the race, and I sincerely encourage students, parents and grandparents, pastors and churches, corporate Bahamas, civic and community groups of all abilities to join the race. We want you out there walking, running, cycling, pushing, and skating across our islands. Register as buddies, register as a team or co-workers, register the entire family. Remember, the country only turns 50 once, and we don't want you to miss out.
Well, as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more to come after this break.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals, and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
The color of Christmas cannot be subdued. Its power unleashed in so many hues. When the color of Christmas is spread far and near, love is so rampant during this time of year. Merry Christmas to you. Christmas.
Who made these?
I don't know. It's God's precious gift to our great Bahama land. Color your holiday at the Paint Place with our 20% off store-wide sale. It's electric.
People often ask what type of activities are allowed or prohibited in marine protected areas.
It depends on the type of marine protected area or MPA, the reason it was created, and what's agreed upon in the management plan that's developed in consultation with nearby communities.
As a general rule, any activity that would result in a long-term decline of populations of marine organisms or destruction of their habitats would be restricted or prohibited.
Some activities that may be allowed with regulations or prohibited altogether include boating, anchoring or mooring, collecting or disturbing wildlife, fishing, scuba diving, snorkeling and water sports, dredging, drilling or mining, and dumping or discharge of pollutants. Visit Bahamas Protected on Facebook to learn more about marine protected areas. see the future.
Come for the specials and stay for the savings at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Devon corned beef, 12 ounce, $2.79. Hunt's tomato paste, 12 ounce, $1.95. Whole chickens, $1.99 per pound. Panama raw shrimp, $41.50, 12 ounce, $5.99. Baking potatoes, 5 pounds, $3.99. Donate your change to help feed the Humane Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
NBA League Pass is the coolest way to watch the hottest game there is. When threes rain down and superstars heat up. When clutch jumpers splash and your team is fire. You'll be there for up to 40 games a week. Any way you want to watch. NBA League Pass. Order now.
Financial Services Care is donating much-needed equipment to the Abaco School District. The Financial Services Board and the Association of International Banks and Trust Companies Alliance presented 90 laptops, 7 printers, and 101 document cameras to support immediate learning needs and to make the transition back to face-to-face learning easier for Abaco teachers and students. The Financial Services Cares Initiative has also secured playground equipment for all Abaco district schools. BFSB CEO and Executive Director Tanya McCartney and AIBT representative Anastasia Johnson turned the goods over to Director of Education Dominique McCartney-Russell. The goals to support disaster recovery projects benefiting youth and education, particularly in the wake of twin disasters, Hurricane Dorian and the COVID-19 pandemic. Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Patricia. We are under clear skies this evening. Temperature at 81 degrees, the relative humidity at 80%. We have northerly winds at 9 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,000 at 16.7 millibars. That's 30.04 inches, and the pressure is falling. Temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 75 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Green Torquay, Marshall, Abaco at 79 degrees, 77 in the Berry Islands, 77 also in Alistown, Bimini. Harbor Island, 81 degrees, 81 also in Rock, Sandy, Lutra, Black Point, Exuma, Kemps Bay, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros. Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey at 85 degrees. Georgetown, Exuma, 83. 83s in Ragged Island, Clarence, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, Maguana, 82. Ackles, 82. Machitani, Nago also reporting 82 degrees. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 86 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center. For all areas tonight, winds are going to be north to northeast at 10 to 15 knots, the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. High tide that takes place at 11:36, and then tomorrow for all areas, the winds become northeast. They will be increasing 12 to 18 knots, the wave heights building 3 to 6 feet. So caution flags go up tomorrow for all islands. Low tide that takes place at 5:42 tomorrow morning with a high tide at 6 minutes past midday. And then as we take you into the middle of the week, Wednesday, the winds become easterly, further increasing those speeds up to 15 to 20 knots, wave heights 4 to 7 feet, and that caution flags remain for the northwest Bahamas on Wednesday. Low tide 6:50 in the morning with a high tide at 1:08 in the afternoon. For the central and southeast Bahamas, stronger winds still out of the east at 15 to 25 knots. Very rough sea conditions at 5 to 8 feet over the ocean. So we have an advisory in place for boaters in the central and southeastern Bahamas. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures. And they are brought to you by All Star Ashore.
Yeah, that sailor man sound. Rolly Gray, your boat needed filling out. Hear the sailor man sound. You wanna go to heaven, put the radar on your head, boy. That's the sailor man sound. If you wanna go to heaven, put the radar on your head, boy. That's the sailor man sound.
They do it for you. International temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Shorts. But stay tuned. The extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
Get a merry makeover this Christmas from Scotiabank. Apply for a Scotiaplan loan to win a home renovation. This Christmas, unwrap the celebration. $3,000 for your home, new lamp, new decor, new couch that you
Win
own.
a $3,000 home goods gift card when you apply for a Scotiaplan loan this Christmas. We're giving you the gift of a low interest rate and up to 2 months with no payments. Plan the perfect Christmas with your Scotiaplan loan. Use it for any purpose, plus benefit from flexible payment terms. Apply for a Scotiaplan loan now to enter to win a merry home makeover.
Our free pick, pack, delivery service gives everyone in the Family Islands a chance to shop a variety of club products and prices right from home. Simply call or WhatsApp your order to 242-677-7266 or email order@amlfoods.com. A friendly customer service representative is waiting to pick, pack, and deliver your order to the mailboat of your choice. The options are truly endless, and with membership you save even more. So order today and let Cost Right pick, pack, and deliver right to you.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant here to educate you on the do's and don'ts at the service station. Here's what you don't do. Do not pull up from the pump without first checking that the nozzle has been removed from your car. Because if you pop this, that's about $600,000 to $30,000 to replace. These things ain't cheap. What you want to do is make sure that the nozzle has been removed, or just wait for the universal sign, which is the double tap.
What if I told you that the future is here? That is not some magical door we walk through, but a place we create. It's home. The place where you can download a 2-hour movie in seconds and stay connected to loved ones even when traveling far from home. The fastest, most secure, and reliable way to stream the internet, so you can do what you want, whenever you want. Where internet moves at lightning speeds, smoother and more reliable than anything you've ever seen. This future-proof technology can take you to worlds that you can only imagine. That's the power of Alive Fiber. The future is here. The future is home. The future is Alive Fiber.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
We just got the new fiber internet speed bump. Now my internet so fast I can watch 2 4K movies, play video games, and browse with my computer at the same time.
Yeah, my internet so fast I could download a whole season of shows before my noodles run cooking.
Mine so fast when I go to church online, service actually over early.
Mine so fast when I'm working from home, 5 o'clock, come before 3.
Sound like you got this BTC fiber internet speed bump like me.
But it's so fast, I had to have it.
Current fiber internet bundle customers now have as much as 3 times the speed. Totally free. Link up with BTC.
The Sports Report is brought to you by Hoop Fest in Paradise, December 16th to the 17th at the Kendall G. Isaacs Gym. The best in U.S. and Bahamian high school basketball. Well, welcome to your Monday Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports news after a nearly 2-year hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Father Martian Peters basketball tournament is returning to the 242. Stakeholders announcing the return of the Premier Youth Basketball Showcase earlier today in a press conference. Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Bolag, saying tournaments like these are vital for the growth of the sport.
This year is our 34th anniversary of the event, and we intend to focus on primary boys, primary school girls, junior boys, and senior girls. It is our hope that teams that participate in this tournament will give their players that are on the registered roster at least 5 minutes of playing time in order for us to showcase the growth and development of the game of basketball. That means if you bring a roster of 12 or 15, we would hope and put rules in place that you will play all of your players.
Boleg adding that putting a special emphasis on female basketball development is also paramount.
Because we have a few tournaments that cater to junior boys. We have too much tournaments that cater to senior boys. And so definitely the girls are always left behind. And the only way we can continue to develop our females is if we give them more opportunity to play. As indicated, both the GSSSA and the BAISS, those females only play like 7-8 games a season. And they're lucky to play 12 if they make it to the finals in their season. And, you know, I see Coach here from Kingsway. And so he would tell you that's not sufficient games for the girls. And they should be all high school, whether it's boys, girls, primary or junior, should be playing 20-plus games a season.
From the association, rough night for Bahamian NBA star Buddy Hield last evening as his Indiana Pacers would fall to the Los Angeles Clippers 114-100 and drop to 11-8 on the year. Hield, who came into the game second in the league with 69 three-pointers, was 1 of 9 from beyond the arc and finished with only 10 points. Buddy and the Pacers will try to right the ship at 10:30 p.m. tonight against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. The University of the Bahamas Mingos men's basketball team, fresh off an international tour, hope to get back on a winning streak in the New Providence Basketball Association. The Mingos started off extremely slow against the Carl Construction Shockers, scoring only 5 points in the first quarter. The Shockers led 32-5 after the first. The Mingos were only able to put up 10 points in the second quarter and went into the break down 49-15. In the second half, the Mingos side finally found its groove. The Mingos put up 19 points and held the Shockers to only 7 points and headed into the last quarter down 56-34. However, the fourth quarter was a bit too much for the Mingos, and the Shockers would pick up the win 76-65.
We have a young team, so I think coming off at a jump, we missed a lot of shots them and things that the guys them had to get into the game. As you noticed in the second half, and they started to get more. They started to get into relax their nerves and start to play. Because a lot of guys them did play home for the first time playing the Mingos, the first game really playing in the lead. So I think when they settled down at the second half, we were pretty good.
It was a tough end to the Bahamas' campaign at the inaugural CAC Beach Games. After winning their 2 opening matches, they would lose their final 3 matches to end the competition with a 2-3 win-loss record. After having last week, Wednesday, as a rest day, the Bahamas was back in action on Thursday against El Salvador. That match did not end the Bahamas' favor as they were blanked 3-0. Bahamas would, however, take down Mexico 2-1 in a comeback victory. Finding the back of the net for the Bahamas in that game would be captain Leslie St. Fleur. The Bahamas would also get a 4-3 victory over the host nation in their opening game. This was the inaugural year for the CACC and Beach Games. There were 650 athletes from 26 countries competing. The Sports Report was brought to you by Hoop Fest in Paradise, December 16th to the 17th at the Kendall Geologics Gymnasium, the best in U.S. and Bahamian high school basketball.
Are you a contractor or new homeowner? Maybe you need a few pieces of lumber for your DIY projects. Welcome to Capital Lumber, the newest building materials company in the Bahamas. Located on Parkgate Road, Nassau, helping you to maximize your savings on lumber, cement, shingles, tools, and much more. Your one-stop shop for all your building essentials. With free delivery to the mail booth. Visit us today. Capital Lumber. Build strong.
Cuba Libre's Jingle All the Way giveaway is back. And now Family Island customers can enter for a chance to win big. Cuba Libre is giving away a brand new car, fully loaded with a full tank of gas. Another lucky winner will win $10,000 cash. But that's not all. Several finalists and semi-finalists will walk away with $1,000 cash or 55-inch TVs. There are so many chances to win with Cuba Libre. Here's how you can win. Spend $10 or more on Cuba Libre at your favorite participating liquor stores in New Providence, Grand Bahama, Exuma, Abaco, South Andros, Bimini, Eleuthera, Harbor Island, Inagua, and Long Island, and enter for a chance to drive into the new year with a brand new car. You can also win TVs, cash prizes, Cuba Libre goodies, and more. Cuba Libre's Jingle All the Way giveaway promotion ends December 16th. Winners will be announced on December 30th.
Shopping online isn't new to the market, but gaining access to affordable healthcare products at the click of a button is the greatest customer experience. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies Limited gives access to a complete customer journey, from shopping in our retail store on 9th Terrace, Centerville, to shopping online at your convenience from work or from the comfort of your home. Offering delivery and pickup options. Remember, if it's healthcare, it's here. Shop online today.
For every $20 deposit, you're entered to win cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the 4th Annual Caribbean Baseball Cup at the new Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium here in Nassau, Bahamas. On the visitor side is Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, Haiti, Curacao, and Cuba. Prepare yourself for exciting adult baseball competition. Home Team Bahamas is ready to take on the world. December 4th through the 11th. Bring it on. Team Bahamas is ready for the world in baseball action. Not on our turf.
I've been blown away. Totally love the vibe to really be able to lead this process. I feel a great sense of gratitude around being able to have Shelly to be here with us.
This event was one that you had to be here.
You know, any time that I am able to spend time with especially young women who have aspirations and things they want to achieve, it is just always wonderful. So this has been a terrific experience today.
The #1 high school basketball showcase in America is back for another year. Last year, we brought you guys the Thanksgiving Hoop Fest in Dallas, Texas, the Red River Hoop Fest in Texarkana, and the Holiday Hoop Fest in Salt Lake City, Utah. Our series has brought through some elite-level talent by the likes of Trae Young, NBA All-Star, Marcus Smart,